Hi, I'm Heather, and in this video I am showing you how I prepare a scanned image for color in Photoshop. So the first thing I've done is I've dragged the scanned drawing into the program, and once I've done that I then take my crop tool and I crop the image down to size. With this drawing I've filled most of the page with the figure himself. Now that it's cropped down to size, I'm going to duplicate the layer. And I do this every time I make any changes because it's just safer that way. I will fill the base layer with white just to have a background layer, and I will keep it locked. So I'll duplicate the layer again just to be safe. I always want to keep my original before I make any changes. Then I will go to Image, Adjustments, and Levels. So there are 3 sliders on the levels. We've got the furthest most slider, which controls the darks. So anything that's dark on the image is going to get darker as you pull it toward the right. The center toggle will just adjust the overall image, and then the rightmost will whiten any whites or lighten any lights. So at this point I just fiddle with it until I get it to a happy medium that I am okay with. And I will check it by toggling the preview to make sure that it's looking the way I want. I will of course make another duplicate layer and turn off the visibility on the one beneath it, so that way as I'm working I don't see anything coming through, because the next thing that I do is I'm going to cut out most of the background because I do not have a very good scanner. It's fairly cheap, but you know, it works for me right now. I just have to do this extra step because it does leave a shadow. And now that that has been cut out, I will want to clean up the harsh edges that you can see around his hair and a little bit around his shoulders, because just using the lasso tool will not feather it or smooth it or anything like that. So I will grab my eraser tool and I will use a soft edged brush just to diffuse that so I'm not leaving any harsh lines. And since this is going to be for color anyway, I'm not too worried about the subtle differences. I just sped that up to go a little quicker there. So naturally I will duplicate layers again, and just to show you, I've created another layer where I will fill that with a 50% gray. I like to work on a gray or other neutral toned background as I paint, so that way I can make sure that my colors are pretty accurate. And then I change the top level to a multiply layer. So the drawing itself is now multiplied, and it has the gray background behind it. And then I create a layer in between those two, so on top of the gray but under the drawing, where I will be able to work in color. So as you can see, because the drawing layer is a multiply layer, I am able to just paint directly under it, and the paint shows through without having to go through and, you know, erase all of the white. Like some people will try to select all of the white, but since I'm trying to maintain most of the sketch drawing, I like the sketchiness of the base drawing. I want to maintain that. I don't want to end up creating any harsh lines or erasing vital sections. I want to have a little bit more control over that. So as I am working, typically I will grab my eraser every now and then and go through to start cleaning up just some of the very base level sketching that I had done at the very start of fleshing this out. So we'll just make his face a little bit cleaner. I'll clean that up a little bit. Some of his hair and some of the anatomy. And there you go, I'm happy with it, so I can start coloring.